r/datingoverthirty. Brodentine says, would you be okay moving in with a partner if they wanted to sleep in separate bedrooms? A couple I know recently moved in with another, but in a twist on the norms, they actually got a 2-bedroom apartment and will each have their own respective bedrooms. The main reasons they did this is because one partner is a softer sleeper, plus they don't get up at the exact same time of the day for work, one works in the office and the other often works remotely on top of it. They remarked how nice it was, because it meant not having to giving up space to sleep in whatever position they wanted in the bed, while not getting woken up during the night by someone moving or getting up to use the bathroom. If they want to sleep together, the option is always there. Side note, they are not wealthy in case your mind was going there, but it just so happened that getting a 2-bedroom apartment was a better option than a single bedroom too. That said, do you think you'd be okay moving in with a partner if they asked that you each had your own separate bedrooms to sleep in, or would you be put off by them not fully committing to traditional cohabitating couples dynamics? Spassy Jane 99 says, I'm a light sleeper and sleep is very important to me. I'd be cool with it. Cute_spider says, I'm a firm believer in having separate bedrooms, even in 95% of the time one partner sleeps in the other's room. It's really important to me to have my own space and my partner to have hers. Making_ideas_happen says, an ex that I lived with and I had what I think was a great solution. We had a 3-bedroom apartment with a shared bedroom, and then we each had our own room for hobbies or office use, etc. You could easily have a spare bed in one of the other rooms, which is nice to have as a guest bedroom anyway. Shiny Happy Purple says, it just seems like a matter for the couples concerned. I'm torn because I'm a light sleeper who likes the idea of snuggling. I totally get why people might prefer it to lots of bad nights sleep and arguing about things they can't control though. Tree Lightways says, my ex would come in the morning and snuggle me and we'd have morning sex. All the benefits of sleeping together with none of the loss of sleep. Imagination_theory says, I do this and most of the time we sleep together. It's just nice to have your own space. Raleigh_SS says, separate bedrooms. That's my dream. Single woman here. But first I have to find a man, of course. Golden_Mandela says, I think this sounds great. Very practical. Ryan James_After Dark says, speaking as someone who has done this, it's amazing. We still often shared a bed, but having the choice made everything so much nicer. When doing WFH it's nice to be able to have a little separation emo. I've said in the future I won't go back to sharing one bedroom lol. r/datingoverthirty. Impossiblebum says, success story, just got married to the man I met on Reddit. Hi r/. I wanted to give an update on what will hopefully be my last post on this subreddit. I'm married. 5 years ago, I found out my now ex-husband was trying to cheat on me with multiple people just 2 weeks before my 30th birthday. I entered my 30s feeling lonely as frick and hella confused. I went on a couple dates in the first year, but really started heavily using the apps around age 31. Like a true nerd, I kept a journal of all my dates. I went out with 14 guys in 2018, 18 guys in 2019, 20 in 2020, and then 23 in 2021 with the 23rd guy being my now new husband. That's 75 people. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, it /sucked/ most of the time. You can check out my profile history to see how wound up I would get over mixed signals, ghosting, bad sex, all of it. In 2021 I started to lose hope and realized that if I went out on that many dates with guys from the apps, that the apps were not solving my problem. I decided to branch out and try to meet men in other ways. I started flirting in person more, and I also started perusing r/r for r30 plus. I eventually saw a guy post from my state who lived 2.5 hours away but seemed cool. We started texting and even had some video chats. About 2 weeks later we met at a halfway point for our first date and we've been practically inseparable since. On our 1-year anniversary he proposed, and we just got married in November. We are currently trying for our first baby, which is something I've dreamed about for years and started to fear wouldn't happen for me. He is the most amazing person. He's kind, patient, affectionate, grounded, hardworking, funny, and family oriented. He's also totally my type physically, and I still catch myself on a regular basis thinking, wait, am I sure this guy is all mine? In hindsight, I cannot believe the shitty behavior I would put up with from my dates in the name of realistic expectations. I cried over some crusty ass men who did not deserve my tears at all. Good people still exist out there, they are just harder to find. And trust me when I say I'm completely average looking as a woman, maybe even slightly below average looking, so it's not like I have an upper hand in any way. I think some things that helped my chances. 1. I was willing to, and did, move for love. I work remotely and moved 2.5 hours away to live with my husband. This expanded my dating net widely. 2. I gave him a chance when he seemed kinda boring over texts at first. For example, my man is not well traveled. He went on his first plane ride with me ever last year. In the past, I would have written that off as not adventurous enough. But now I know he's just someone who doesn't like to travel alone, and that trait has had an insignificant impact on our relationship. 3. I started asking for what I wanted right away. I used to shy away from the marriage and kids conversation until the third date or so in fear of scaring men off. In my last few months of dating, I started mentioning it immediately. I said, hey, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a man who is excited about having a wife and kids someday. And when it scared someone off, good. No more wasted time. When I told my husband that, he was /relieved/ I said it because he wanted that too. 4. I looked for guys outside of the apps. Someone said on this subreddit once that the way to find your partner is to write down what kind of person you're looking for, then start putting yourself in places where that person would be. I knew that my ideal man would be someone who hates the dating apps. And that's when I had the epiphany to stop using them. My husband /despises /dating apps. He used r/r for r30 plus and that's it as far as online dating goes. If I would have never looked there, I would have never met him. 5. I kept my life open to be rearranged. I know this gets so harder as we get older and more established in life, but I knew I had to keep myself flexible if I wanted to live in marriage and kids someday. I was willing to rearrange things in my life in order to combine it with someone else's. My weekly schedule looks a lot different than it used to be. My husband has cut back on WOW since his group had a rigid multi-day per week schedule. I'm very happy that we've found ways to make a new life together rather than expect each other to work around our current way of life no matter what. Hopefully this is helpful or hopeful to someone out there. This subreddit meant / a lot to me when I was single, so for any of you that gave me advice in the past or shared their experiences with me. Texas Joker 187 says, this is Reddit, so I fully expected it to end with, then I found out about his other wife. Congratulations. I wish you a lifetime of happiness. FatGuhalex 2018 says, happy for you. As a stats nerd myself, I'm at 250 first dates in the past 20 years. I read one of those I'm going to meet 100 people articles in 2002 and decided to keep track myself and never stopped. Lord help me, and It's posts like these that keep the faint hope alive that there might be somebody great out there for me one day. Skeletal_wondering says, awesome to read, thank you for the update. 75 people is a lot. I haven't been on that many dates in my entire life, much less in the span of a few years. Good for you for putting yourself out there and sticking with it. It's so easy to get discouraged and give up, especially with dating apps. Mecravel says, wow, thanks for sharing this. Good advice all around. I'd never heard of r/r for r30+ until I saw this post. Seems to be a lot more guys looking for women than the reverse, but that seems to be true of most dating sites. Anyhow, I'm subbed now. Also, I didn't realize there's a subreddit for fans of polka dots until I visited r/. It is surprisingly large for a sub devoted solely to one shape, lol. RPO_TP says, congratulations. Also, can I get a TLTR please? Thanks. Wax Poetic Pit says, 75 bad dates later, the man of her dreams was here all along. App's bad. Be willing to change lifestyle, much happiness. Junior_Scarrel_6643 says, congrats. Melting 745 says, I identify with point 3, thanks for reminding me it's okay to say. I had this convo at 2 months and he ran. I should have been more upfront before I was emotionally invested. I would have been less emotional over it too and not put so much pressure. Congrats on your happy ending. Complete Work 3773 says, congratulations, love seeing a happy relationship story. That's all for this video. Was it good? I know not, for I'm a robot. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. This video is the product of an automated process.